What's
Hey
good?
fam, what's up?
What's good?
Not much. I'm coming upstairs. I'm just finishing up something right quick
Alright,
downstairs.
alright.
How y'all doing in the chat? Y'all saw the Soul Train Awards and shit.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We'll talk more about that in a second.
What up? I remember Party Artie? Yep. I remember Party Artie. Great freestyler. Rest in peace to Party Artie. Um, I remember his epic freestyles on the Smack DVDs with Murder Mook and J Mills. Epic freestyle battles he had. Yep. Favorite Soul Train moments? I don't even remember, man. It's been years. Don't remember. Diamond D. Definitely, man. Diamond D to me had the better albums. You know, I loved Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop, and was it Hatred and Infidelity, Passion, that album. You know, the Dime Piece album, Volume 1. He had some joints. He had some bangers. Finesse was great too. Like both of them were great. You know, they're like the gods of like boom bap in my opinion. Pusha T is great, great lyricist. Reschedule. I don't know if I'm doing Lord willing. I'm already like past album reviews, like, so maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. I'm not even looking towards that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other things that I'm doing right now, so at some point maybe we'll talk about it. Yeah, Reg could do it. You know what I'm saying? And anytime Reg want to discuss it, we could do that. Favorite OG? You mean OC? I don't know who OG is.
Okay. What y'all talking about?
Best John Legend album, Once Again or Get Lifted. Once Again was good. I actually have that one. That was a good album. Get Lifted to me is my favorite. You know, it had like heavy Kanye production on that one. That was a good
Believe it or
one.
not, I'm actually gonna go with Evolver.
Evolver was good too.
His first three albums are
Yeah.
my favorites. I'm just gonna be
Mm-hmm.
real with you.
Yeah.
He never
Get
had like a
lifted
bad
though.
album to me, but his first three were just
Right.
him at his prime.
Yeah. Get lifted was dope. I need to get that one.
It's too bad we probably will never get a Kanye produced John Legend album no more.
I mean, never say never. You know, never say never. You know, it could happen.
Shit. Okay, I got some mac and cheese heating up in the oven, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be about 7 more minutes.
Right.
I was just gonna read y'all. Well, how's everyone's thanks? Wait, I saw y'all Friday. Well, how's everyone Thanksgiving weekend? Let me just say that.
It was good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read y'all the winners of the Soul Train Awards, like you know how we always do. Fuck it.
Yeah. That was a decent show. It was cool. I love the Maxwell uh ceremony. About time he got his props because he's running one of the very few artists that's still around now and making music, and
Yeah.
very well deserving of him. And you know, Ashanti got her. Well, I wasn't a huge Ashanti fan, you know, but you know she had some hits. And Jasmine Sullivan, I'm glad that she won, you know, because she deserves it also. She's a great singer.
hmm Yeah, definitely Jasmine Sullivan. That Hotels album, or
Yeah.
EP, excuse me,
Hmm.
definitely very good and stuff like that.
Right.
So I like Summer Walker and Ari Lennox performance.
Yeah, that's very good.
Ari Lennox did a thing. I'm not gonna lie. North Carolina stand up.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, Tisha Campbell. Tichina Arnold. They might as well just be like the Soul Train. That was
Right.
for the rest of
Basically.
them. Like, 'cause this is like the
Yeah.
fourth one that they host together.
Yeah. Yep.
I see who won. Okay, so who won Song of the Year? It doesn't say who won Song of the Year, but fuck it. Okay, Jasmine
Silk Sonic.
Sullivan won Hotel.
Silk Sonic one.
Okay, Lead the Door Open. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also won the Video of the Year too.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine Sullivan, okay, we saw one. Who won Best R&B Soul Male Artist?
I forgot who won that one.
See, they don't even put the one. It's not the official list. Okay.
They didn't put everybody.
Because you know some awards they don't even fucking televise no more and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
okay, now this one might be good. Okay, Giveon won Best Male R&B.
Okay.
I need to really listen to his music though.
Yeah.
Wizkid and Thames won for Best Collaboration for Essence.
Mm-hmm.
Young Blue won for Best New Artist. I don't know who Young Blue is. To be real.
Me neither.
Charlie Wilson won for Best Certified Soul Award.
They didn't show that one. Some of them they didn't
Yeah,
show. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Namani won for Wild Side for Best Dance Performance.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually her first Soul Train award too. Kirk
Yeah.
Franklin won for Best Gospel, of course. Um, Silk Sonic won the Ashford and Simpson Songwriters Award for Leave the Door Open, and that's it.
Well. Yeah. And they wasn't even there.
Yeah, they just filmed a
Yeah.
performance and shit.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Yeah, I heard the song War Game. That's from
Mm-hmm.
Joel's album.
Yep.
Love that track.
Yes.
Yeah, I just finished hearing the Clipse album too.
Oh man.
Way better improvement. Mhm.
But like the Gap Fiber, I mean, you know, at this point it's like the Giants. It was a nice win by the Giants today. I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference, but you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, they're 4-7 right now. Maybe they can make a little run for a wild card spot. You know, I think they need to sit Saquon out for the season though, because he's playing like crap. They gotta sit him down. You know, and we've been banged up. You know, Tony was out, Shepard was out. They're not. I don't feel like Daniel Jones is looking for Galladay the way he should be. Offense. I mean, I'm surprised we even won that game today, but they got to sit Saquon down because he's not playing good at all. Yeah, they need a better offensive line, but I still feel like the problem Daniel Jones to me is not the quarterback for them. They gotta make a switch.
Give me 1 second.
You know, this team is too good to be just 4-7, especially in a weak division. You know, the Cowboys are no good, even though they on top of the division. The Eagles are no good. The Redskins are no good. I don't know. I feel like I don't think Daniel Jones is the quarterback. He has to go. I'm still not convinced Joe Judge is a coach for us. You know, the offensive line have been an issue since Eli was there, and I don't know. Like I said, 4-7 right now. Maybe they could get on like a little, 2, 3 game winning streak and be in the hunt. I'm not expecting them to go to the playoffs, but you never know. How many mics is Michelet debut? To me, it's great. I like her album. You know, I don't know what that is. Something going off in Reg's crib.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
All right, what's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday night? The best night to watch us. This is your boy Reg in the building. It's my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And before I start, hold up. I'm gonna give a rest in peace to Kanye's designer. His name is Virgil Abloh. He died today at the age of 41. Yeah, pretty much was one who was doing Kanye's fashion and his album art and whatnot and stuff like that. I don't exactly know how he died from what I looked up.
He had,
So,
he had cancer.
oh yeah, cancer.
Yeah, like heart cancer or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he kept it a
Whew,
secret.
yeah. But yeah, man, rest in peace to him.
Hmm.
Also, you guys check out the Masquerade clothing line and everything like that. And the album you're going to talk about today is Clipse. It's the
Yes,
second album. Hell has no. Oh, you got the album, okay?
yes.
Hell has no fury. This was released in 2006, November 28th to be exact, on Re-Up under Star Trek, which was under Jive Records.
Yep.
He came out with two singles, Mr. Me Too and Wop Wop What It Do. Neptunes produced this whole album, and features Pharrell, Slim Thug, Ab Liver,
Fire, fire.
Re-Up Gang, Roscoe P. Coltrane, and Bilal. Um, yeah, man, finally talking about this album.
Yep.
It's been discussed for about a couple of weeks now, but better late than never. So how did you get into the Clips?
With grinding, basically like when that drop. I remember the clips from the first album when they dropped that funeral joint, but I wasn't feeling that track. And then I remember when they came out again. I want to say I heard them on, it was maybe Khalees' second album, the Wonderland joint. And then when they dropped Grinding, it was like, yo, that was like probably the best song of that year. Like when that dropped, and that was everywhere. There was like many freestyles being done to that song. You know, the remixes were out. You know, and then we heard Jay Z had passed up on that beat, and the Clips end
Look
up
at
getting
Jay-Z.
in. Jay Z would have killed it though. I mean, come on, that's Jay would have killed any beat, but he passed up on that beat for whatever reason,
He passed up on this album, but we'll talk about that.
and the Clips got it. Well, the Clips, I mean, being that the Neptunes were they producers, and you know just being like a New Jack swing fan of Teddy Riley, discovering the Neptunes and hearing their stuff over the years, and then when they branched out on their own, did Super Thug for Nori, and then they came out with their own stuff, and Clips is one of the artists, and they the Clips got first dibs on a lot of the beats that the Neptunes did, so they were getting the hottest joints, you know what I'm saying, and Grinding was like that's still their signature hit. Like out of anything they ever came out with, people know them for Grinding. And when that album dropped, Lord Willing, that was a great album. And I was waiting for their second one. You know what I'm saying? Because they were hitting the mixtapes at this time. With the Re Up Gang. And just getting that name from The Wired, a classic show on HBO at that time, and just having that whole crew with Roscoe P. Coltrane and Ab Liver. And we were just I listened to a lot of those mixtapes. You got it for cheap, that whole series. And you know when they were coming out with this album, it was like I heard a lot of like joints before the album even came out. Like a lot of joints that Who Kid was playing on his radio show, and on Sirius Radio, and they were playing like a lot of joints from this album. I'm like, yo, when this album drops, it's gonna be crazy. And I remember getting it the same day it came out, and yo, that album for '06, that album was like the best album of '06, like hands down. I don't think nothing is fucking with it. I think just the hype from just the mixtapes they were doing, and just killing like any beat they were on. It was, having like two identical twins, and both of them could spit. And Pusha T has always been one of my favorite. And he's still dropping heat now, and they definitely like a great rap duo, and this album was everything. I think this album really solidified them as a rap duo, and you know they've been on so many like countless collabs, and Justin Timberlake, his first solo single, they were on that. They did shit with everybody, man. It's crazy. And even when Malice left, and he decided to do his own solo thing, and switched his name to No Malice, and I don't think that hurt them at all. I think Pusha T, like I said, like he's still coming out with heat, and I still believe that at some point they'll reunite, and I think they got to do that for the culture, because they definitely been one of the underrated groups, in my opinion, especially over the last like 15, 20 years. And you know I think it was a perfect match, like having the Neptunes sound with their drug talk, the mafioso rap, which is not even, it's still being done, but it's not like how it used to be though. You know what I'm saying? It's like when it's done, it's either done by, like, you hearing Griselda do it or Cool G rap. You hear AZ do it, but you know Pusha T and the Clipse, like, they definitely was one of the cats in the 2000s that was doing that mafioso rap, and they did it great. You know what I'm saying? So that was basically my introduction to them, and just hearing them on like the Khalees shit, and like the Neptunes compilations and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I got into them from grinding too. Like, I'm not gonna say too much because y'all know
Mm.
how I felt about
Right.
grinding, and but it was pretty much like I said. I've never really been the biggest quote unquote Clips fan
Mm.
and whatnot. Like I said, I liked lyrically, I liked Push, I liked Malice, but I felt like Pusha was one of those cats that got better over the years and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And mostly, I just didn't really like a lot of the Neptune's productions on the Lord Willing album. And as I said, I mentioned this before. I'm not gonna spend too much time, but
Mm.
yeah, man. But then I heard Hell Has No Fury years ago and stuff like that, and yeah, man, like it was just a pretty good improvement and
Right.
whatever. Um, yeah, man, very dope, very dope and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But just gonna be honest and whatnot. I mean, duo wise, when it comes to like hip hop duos, are they in my top 10? No, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably throw them in my top 10 and shit like that.
Right.
But at the same time and shit like that, I definitely would give my honest opinions about that. I felt like with this album, it just definitely they were just on another level with this one. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
All right, so definitely let's talk about who the Clips are. The Clips, they're a hip hop duo all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia, consists of members Pusha T and Malice, or now he's known as no Malice and shit like that. you know, um, they were actually born in the Bronx, and originally Malice wanted to be like a solo act, and so they ended up getting introduced to Pharrell Williams, and Pharrell, they started working on a dope working relationship and whatnot when it all happened until Malice went to serve in the army, which kind of put a hold on some of their plans. And so once he got out in '94, started working on some music, and then Pharrell at that time he was working in Electro Records, and he got them a deal in '96, and that's when they were working on the exclusive auto footage album, which originally that was their first album, but it ended up,
Got shelved.
being shelved because of
Yeah.
the fact that they dropped the first single, "The Funeral," but
Mm-hmm.
that didn't really catch like a lot of impact in the charts and stuff like that too. So they got released on Electro Records, and you know what? They ended up getting signed to Arista Records because Pharrell had his Star Trek records at that time too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they started working on the Lord of Willing album, which that at that time it was a successful album and whatnot. A lot of people call it a classic album and shit too. So yeah, man. Then they started working on the next album, which was originally supposed to came out I think maybe like '04, but they had like a lot of issues in between Lord of Willing and Hell Has No Fury. And one of those issues was, of course, you guys should know, around '03 and '04, there was like a lot of label, there was like a lot of label observation, absorbs and stuff like that, and
Right.
pretty much Arista Records was being observed by fucking Jive Records, like as a way for Sony and BMG to go together, and because of the contracts, the Clips had to stay in Jive Records,
Right.
and the Star Trek roster had to move to Interscope Records and stuff like that too.
Right.
And so the duo just they didn't like Jive Records because Jive pretty much were like fucking around with a lot of artists at that time because I was like now the boy band pop label at that time too,
Mm-hmm.
and the Clips was like this hard drug oriented hip hop act, and that caused Hell Has No Fury to have like numerous delay after delay after delay after delay. And so that's when they started dropping mixtapes like the We Got It for Cheap mixtape series
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. And so that's when they also started forming the re-up gang too. With the re-up gang, it consists of Abliva and Sandman, and of course the Clipse group and shit like that.
Same man, yeah.
Um, yeah, man. So another interesting thing, which I literally just found out. Well, I found it because I some tried mentioned it a couple times before. Was that this was actually supposed to have been the original Kingdom Come album from
Really?
Jay Z.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
Well,
that. I
I,
know I know Jay passed up the grinding beat. I didn't know he passed up all the shit from the Neptunes.
oh yeah, yeah. You did tell me he passed on. Yeah, you did tell me
Yeah.
he passed on Blondin.
Hmm.
Okay. I think I read this from someone, but yeah, I just found this out today because originally this was supposed to have been like the Kingdom Come because when Jay Z was planning his coming back from retirement and shit like that.
Hmm.
However, um, pretty much Pusha T, he kind of told Pharrell like, oh well, our album's not even done. You're gonna give all these beats to Jay Z and shit like that. And so they kind of demanded that shit too. So they
Right.
got those beats back. And at that time too, the Neptunes was still going through like a lot of label issues and shit like that. And so they just pretty much just dropped something like they already want to drop because the fact that they knew they weren't like the commercial they because at that time G Unit commercially was doing their thing.
Hmm.
You had the Kanye, the South pretty much was doing their thing too, and the
Right.
Clips were not really like commercial. They thought that they were just going to they thought that they were just going to pretty much not going to sell a lot of units with this one.
They from Virginia, but they moved to the Bronx
Right, yeah,
when
okay.
they were like young or whatever.
Definitely. But yeah, man, that whole Jay Z story was crazy as fuck
But
though.
can you imagine if he had the production for Kingdom Come On? That would have been a classic. Cause that
Yes,
album is not even one of his best compared
I
to this
agree.
shit. This shit is a classic to me already. Way better than Kingdom Come. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on
Wow.
shit like
I
that.
didn't even know about that.
But yeah, man. So this album was like a lot more darker. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely love it. 12 tracks. Let's get this shit started. We got it for cheap intro. That nice little intro start off the album. I love hip hop intros when it's not like technically an intro, but it's still a song.
Right.
Pretty much, just pretty much just send the whole pace and shit like that, which I love.
Right. Definitely. I definitely agree with you on that. And it's an intro, but it's not really an intro. It's like a full song, and you got like a Spanish cat talking in like the start of the track, and then the beat drops, and that's fire, and you got Pusha saying no serum can cure all the pain I've endured, from crack to rap to back to selling it pure. One of the best lyricists of this era right now, boy. Like if you ain't got Pusha T in your top five, you bugging. Cause he definitely is in that realm with Kendrick and J. Cole, and I don't give a fuck who it is. Pusha T still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to mafioso rap and drug talk, that is the dude you go to. Not Conway, not Benny, Pusha. As far as I'm
Yes,
concerned.
definitely. Next track, Mama, I'm So Sorry. Again, this was a contrast to like the Lord Willing album because this one you have Matt Malice pretty much trying to tell the youth not to do drug dealing, and he just pretty much regrets that. Which, if you guys watch like a lot of his recent interviews, he pretty much goes in depth with this. And so then you have Pusha T, and he's talking about controlling the drug trade and shit like that too. So I kind of like how they did this song with the contrast with one another. So very very dope, and I love that beat too.
I love that chorus. Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm so obnoxious. Don't fit tubs and crock kit. Giving that reference to Miami Vice, back when Miami Vice was like the shit on Friday nights in the
Hmm.
80s, and that beat with the horns is banging. Props to the Neptunes for that beat. No malice. I love his verse. I'm sorry, grandma. I'm sorry, grandmama, for mistakes I have made. When I aired family business, how you put me in my place. Even my baby mama, I can't look you in the face because I can't do enough. You're a symbol of God's grace. Malice was dope too, man. Like he was like a great, complimentary to Pusha, and yeah, this is one of my favorites on this album, man. Banging track, banging ass track, really dope.
Definitely. Track number three, Mr. Me Too. This was a single featuring Pharrell. Love, love, love this track. It's pretty much from what I looked up. Um, this was actually a diss to Lil Wayne.
Yep,
Well, it's considered to be a diss because
yep.
because of the fact. So Lil Wayne, in '06, you guys remember the infamous but iconic Vibe magazine shoot where he had the Bathing Apes hoodie and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
if you guys remember, a lot of the bathing apes and shit like that, that was popularized by the Clipse
Mm-hmm. And
and Pusha
Pharrell.
T, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
Pharrell.
Yep.
And Pusha T pretty much had some issues with that crap. He's talking about, oh, he's biting. You know how that shit goes. He's biting and
Well, I
shit
mean,
like that.
at that time, like, see, for everybody, looks at Kanye West as a fashionista. Pharrell's a fashionista too. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff that Pharrell was rocking in the 2000s, we were rocking. We were rocking the Bape sneakers and the hoodies over here. You know what I'm saying? We were rocking this. We were rocking the jeans and Pharrell had a friendship with Nigo, and Nigo was like basically the creator of a Bathing Ape. You know what I'm saying? And with that, when Pharrell got the deal with Reebok and he started Ice Cream, and he had the ice cream sneakers and the hoodies and the shirts and all, Billionaire Boys Club, that clothing line. He started a lot of clothing lines back then that a lot of people were wearing. Same thing with when we were rocking, True Religion jeans and Ed Hardy hoodies and shit. That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like Dipset. They had they fashion movement going on, and Pharrell had his fashion movement going on, and that's the shit that we were rocking. And we had a lot of artists and people rocking it. And I don't feel like Weezy bit their style. It's just that a lot of people was rocking the hottest shit at that point. You know what I'm saying? And even now they still rocking it. And I think if anything, they felt threatened by Weezy's popularity because he really blew up with the mixtapes, and then when Carter 3 dropped, it was over. And you know I think maybe that's what it was. I don't feel like he was biting how they were dressing. Because if that's the case, everybody was biting how they were dressing.
exactly. Because everybody at one point was wearing them oversized
Yeah,
jerseys.
exactly. Yeah, the throwbacks in '02, '03, like that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Fabulous was like the one guy that was known for it, but there were many other people rocking them. You know,
Definitely.
but I
Yeah.
thought it was a great I thought it was a great track. Mr. Me Too. I remember hearing it, and the rumors came out about they took shots at Wayne, and they wasn't fucking with him, and I think that really goes back to the what happened to that boy track. That's really after that track came out and that blew up, and I think that's when I started hearing the rumors about the Clipse and Wheezy, and you know what I'm saying, and it was dope, man. It has a dope ass beat. I love the video for it as well, and they all rocking the ice. They're all rocking the Bapes and the ice cream clothing in the with the bandanas over their face and shit. You got Pusha saying Malice. Malice was saying, want to know the time, better clock us. Niggas bite the style from the shoes to the watches. You cloud hoppers. Tailor suits like we mobsters. Break down keys and the dimes and sell them like gobstoppers. Fire track, man. Great single. I love it.
Definitely. Um, Now I want to get into Wop Wop What It Do featuring Slim Thug. This one was another single. It's pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? I love that beat.
Yeah.
I love that fucking beat. They did their thing with the beat, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. This one was pretty dope. I'm not really the biggest Slim Thug. I'm not really the biggest Slim Thug fan, but he did his thing on this one.
Slim Thug. I've always been a fan of Slim Thug, man. Especially when Still Tipping came out with Mike Jones and Paul Wall. That was a big hit up here, man. Like that was Swisher House was. That's when they really started to bump Swisher House up here. Like when that joint came out and when the Neptunes did the already platinum album for Slim Thug when he was signed to that label, and that was a huge album. And when he had the Boss Hog Outlaws, those compilations and mixtapes. I fuck with Slim Thug, and I thought he was dope on this track. And he had like a Caribbean. In the Caribbean, we know people that are Caribbean, they know what I'm talking about. In the Caribbean, we have like a instrument called like the steel pan, and the steel pan is like a drum that you basically got like to tune, and you play it like a drum, but it's like you got to tune it at the same time. It comes out like with different sounds, and that they use in like soca and calypso music, and it has like that steel pan melody in it, and the
Hmm.
beat was fire, and Pusha killed it. He said so proper, hammer time, gun cocker, top shotter. We hesitate, none pop your eggshell on the scale of my snow coppers. Don't ask what I sell, shit. I'm Bet Crocker, fire. Love that joint. Classic track.
Definitely. Now I'm gonna get to Riding Around Shining. Possibly my favorite track off this album. So fucking ill. It features Ab Liver.
Yeah,
It's pretty much like a braggadocio kind of track. Definitely one of the few times I felt like both Push and Malice was like on point with one another and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely love that beat by the Neptunes. They definitely did their thing.
that chorus is dope. All I want to do is ride around shining while I can afford it. Plenty ice on my neck so I don't get nauseous. I love that. That beat is bananas. Crazy ass beat. This really it has like that spaced out melody by the Neptunes, and Malice killing it. He says niggas can't figure the format for hustler criteria, not chrome rims with stallion insignia. Fire ass
Mm,
beat, man. That's one of my favorites on the album. That was like one of the first joints I heard before the album came out, and man, that shit that needed a video too, man. Cause that they were killing that shit.
definitely. Next track is Dirty Money. Again, another very dope drug track right here. It just has Malice and Pusha, talking about how they spend their drug money. Just one of those tracks, just living life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Living life, once because once you're in a drug game, like once you get that money and that respect, you think you're fucking shit, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying. So this is just kind of like one of those braggadocio kind of tracks. I love the line when Pusha says, "See, I don't blame you, Cashmere's that she feels, picturing the fortune you just trying to spin the wheel, brain like Terry, face like Ava. I ain't forgetting them other housewives neither."
Fire.
And shit like that. Fire line and stuff like that. Who would have known Pusha T was a fan of Desperate Housewives? But okay,
Right. I love the crazy track. I love the horns on that and the beat, the hi hats. Malice saying, you done got your rap, I see your vision, and one of the best too, that's ambition. You can tell me about your day, I'll pretend I listen, and you ain't gotta love me, just be convincing. Love that. And the chorus, all my fly bitches like, daddy money, daddy money. Fire ass track. Again, and that's another, any of these songs on here, they could add a video for. Basically, like every song here was banging, every song could have been a hit single.
definitely. It just had that heat to it and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely.
Alright. Now we're gonna get into Hello New World. This is pretty much one of, if not probably the few times when they actually had a message in their song and stuff like that.
Right.
And so it pretty much just talked about like a time for unity and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Malice definitely probably had the best verse on this one and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I love when he said, holding them boulders, trying to avoid central booking. I ain't coming at you, quote unquote, famous rapper. Who turned positive, try to tell you how to live. But this information I must pass to the homies. Definitely a very, very solid track right here.
This is my favorite track on the album. Like when I play this album, I go to this track first because I remember when I heard the beat, I was like, yo, this shit is bananas. Like that beat and it's just a banging ass track by the Neptunes and the spaced out melody and shit and you know Push's verse. I liked his verse. He said at the same time hiding from mama, dodging the drama, fucking plenty bitches while ducking the baby mama. I found poetry, excuse me, flowetry. Say yes, niggas here to and they know it's me. Come on, man. And the chorus with Pharrell, hello new world, here we come on them Twinkie trains in with the hood screaming, we on our way. I love that shit. That was like a great feature to add Pharrell. I mean, Pharrell to me killed it on any chorus, but like I think he sounded great on that chorus, I wish they had a video for this shit. Cause this is my favorite joint on the album, and like just hearing that joint, I'm like, yo, they came with a different sound compared to Lord Willing, but it was still hard though. It was like some of the hardest Neptunes production ever for any artist they ever done. Like you know what I'm saying? I can't think of like another artist in any genre that they produced for that it was like the production on here it was just street shit. You know what I'm saying?
That,
And
yeah,
they were in the zone on this album, man. Like they wasn't playing. Like they made sure that Lord Willing was dope, and they're like, yo, we're gonna top Lord Willing with this album, and they did it. Like this was bananas.
right, definitely. Yeah, man. And again, this is why I always say this is my favorite album from them and shit like that too, because they
Right.
came correct, like lyricism wise, beat wise. Hell, this might be my favorite album Neptune's even produced. Period. Might be because y'all know how I feel about Neptune. Like they're not like my 100% my favorites, but
When you hear this album, you gotta do that that Pusha T ad lib.
right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Excuse me. But yeah, man, this one right here is definitely a solid cut right here. Now we're gonna get into Keys Open Door. Keys Open Doors. And no, this is not talking about a locksmith. No. Um, keys as in kilograms of coke and shit like that, just to let y'all know. Pretty dope track. Again, the beat again was so fucking ill and shit like that. Definitely had that mafioso feel to it and shit like that. I love it. Pusha T actually said this was actually his favorite song from the clips and shit too. So
Yes, another banger, like banging ass beat, a really eerie melody. Pusha saying, open the Frigidaire, 25 to life in here. So much white you think your Holy Ghost is near. Don't want your Louis V millionaires to kill the glare. Fire. Fire, banging ass beat. I love the title too, Keys Open Doors, and banging ass track, man. Classic record.
yeah, definitely hear what you're saying about that. Now we're gonna go into Ancient. Again, a braggadocio track where they're pretty much talking about how fake drug dealers probably like don't even do what they fucking do. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing this shit for the clout, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So I love the chorus to that ain't like
Mm.
definitely
Yes.
one of my favorite cuts on this album.
It has a Cash Money vibe to it too, though. Like I love
Yeah,
I could hear Juvie over this beat. Like the drums are just fire on this joint. And you got Pusha saying patent leather babes, the closet like Planet of the Apes, monkey see, monkey do, monkeys following in place, like I'm living in an episode of Planet of the Apes. You watching an evolution of one of rap's greats. You trying to take my place, never happened. Classic lines by Pusha, man. That's like I said, this dude is like one of the best.
definitely. Track number 10, Trill. Again, another dope track right here. Just pretty much, them talking about how they see themselves, how real, excuse me, how real they are to the game. I fucking love it, man.
Nigga, I'm trill. Nigga, I'm so trill. I love that chorus. Love the beat, the 808s on it, and push the same flow chameleon, what about a million, sell Bolivian, feds in oblivion, bitch Brazilian, purse reptilian, took her from O Island Gillian. Yo, his flow on every track is just great. Like he knows how to flow to any like track, and he never disappoints to me. Like every verse I heard him on is like it stands out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a banger on here.
Definitely. Yeah, man, like it's just a standout fucking track, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of Southern cats at that time were using that word trill, like,
Right.
UGK, Rick
Mm-hmm.
Ross,
A great a
and shit.
great for a great solo album by Bun B. Also the Trill album.
The first one or the second one?
First one I love.
I never
You
heard
never
the
heard the first
first
one?
one. I
First one was
never heard the first
banging.
one.
Yeah, that's one of his best.
Yeah, man. Definitely gotta hear that one.
Yeah.
Track number 11, Chinese New Year. Um, Again, another very stellar track. I mean, this whole album has no filler tracks
Right.
whatsoever. So
Right.
another good track right here. I love it.
Dope ass track. Pusher again. Mask and face, Glock in hand. I was at a homes like the Orchid Man. Never listened to my parents like an orphan man. Strong finger on the trigger like it's in dwarf's hands. Fire joint. I love the spaced out melodies by the Neptunes on here. Banging record, man.
Definitely. And the final track off this album is called Nightmares. Probably my second favorite track. My second favorite track off this album. Um, this one was just talking about, how. Oh, it features Bilal and Pharrell, by the way. It just talks about
Yes.
how, you're in a drug game and you just feel like everyone's out to get you. You just feel paranoid. It's like all these emotions pretty much come into play and stuff like that.
Right.
Both Malice and Pusha, they talk about like the insecurities. They talk about like their stuff that they're worried about and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely like the haunting atmosphere of this song. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they also Pusha said he wanted this song as a single
That
as
would be
well
dope.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because it would definitely fit the dark atmosphere
Right.
and shit like that.
Really dark track. The organs on it, the beat. It's really melodic. You got Malice from his verse. He's like talking about jealous niggas in the rap game and how like when you reach a certain amount of fame, niggas try to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying they coming for me, they running up. I'm on my balcony, seeing through the eyes of Tony. We say we homies, but I see hatred. Do not they know brotherly love is sacred? Niggas catch feelings, even contemplate killings. When you see millions, there are many chameleons, and that was a dope verse by Malice, and I love Bilal in the chorus, man. Like he's so underrated,
Oh my god.
and he was I wouldn't have like picked him first, but Pharrell always has like an ear for like who he wants on the track, and I think he picked the right one. And they definitely should have had a video, cause they played this in like the when they used to play like the album commercials. I remember them playing the track. I'm like, yo, they should have a video for this for sure. Like this was a good
Yeah.
way to end the album off, and oh man, that was great. That was one of my favorites on here too.
Yeah, man. I definitely wish they would have had a video for that track too as well and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I definitely won't
Mm-hmm.
blame you.
Yep.
Overall, a classic album, in my opinion.
Yes.
Their best album, in my opinion. I definitely feel like this album to me was just them at their best artistic wise at the
Right.
apex. I never heard their last album, so I'm not going to say anything about
That
that.
was that was good too. That was
It
good
was
too,
good.
though. Yeah. Till the casket drops. That was good.
Okay.
Not. I don't feel like it's a classic, but it had some bangers on it though.
Yeah, I know one single came out from that. I forgot the name of that shit, but
I'm
it'll come
good
to me.
with
I'm
Rick
good.
Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Ross is on
Yes.
the remix. Yeah.
Yes. I remember that track.
Mm-hmm.
But this one right here, I definitely love this album. Do I know a lot of people say it's kind of slept on. I feel like in the hip hop audience is been loved upon and shit like that.
Right.
But like outside of hip hop, I kind of feel like it's now getting its recognition to say
Mm-hmm.
the least. Like today, of course, the 15th anniversary of this album and shit like that too. So,
Yes.
and ironically, that's when I found out the whole Jay Z shit. I think they did some articles. You know how these all albums, when
Yeah.
it's like a 15, 20, they always want to do
Right.
retrospective or some shit like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely love this album. I would give this 5 mics, possibly, dare I say, maybe the best hip hop album of '06, maybe next
I'm
to
looking at the list now.
Lupe's.
I'm like, there was some, there was some classics in '06, but I definitely feel like this is the best one.
Yeah, '06. I mean, you had the T.I.'s King,
King
Lupe's
was
Food and
great.
Liquor.
Yep.
Um,
Fish Scale. We just
oh
talked
my,
about that.
scratch that. Yeah, scratch that. Fish Scale is my favorite album
Fish
of
Scale's your
'06.
favorite?
Yeah, I
Okay.
forgot about Fish Scale. I forgot about that one.
More Fish was '06 also, because he dropped two in one year.
Scratch that.
Yeah.
Fish
Fish
Scale
Scale.
and Mo
Yeah.
Fish.
More Fish came out like December. I think that
Yeah.
came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this might be my second favorite album. It was gonna be Fish Scale, Hell Has No Fury, Food and Liquor.
Well, it's
I,
okay.
even though I feel like Lupe, I'm not the biggest Lupe fan, but we might have to talk about Food and Liquor
Yeah.
one day. One
It's
day.
definitely in my top three. With Port of Miami, Rick Ross, that was a classic.
That's
Ti, Ti
yeah.
King, yes, definitely Ti King. Yeah,
Port of Miami
definitely. Hmm?
Port of Miami grew on me recently, so I'm not gonna put that in
Yes,
my top favorites. To be real with you, because I remember I never liked that hustling track when it came out.
right.
Because
Yeah, put
every
up.
day I'm hustling. I'm like,
That
what
was the
is this
joint,
fat
man.
mother?
What? That shit was huge,
I was like,
man.
who is this fat motherfucker,
That
man?
was a
Like,
huge song back
I
then.
didn't like him until the second album when he came out. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen
Oh,
thus far.
okay,
That,
okay.
but then when he dropped the fucking
Deeper
deeper
than
than
rap,
rap, that
yes. That's one
that
of my
shit,
favorites too. Deeper than rap, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what's the worst album of '06? Oh Jesus Christ, we
What's
might
the
be here for a
worst?
while.
I
As much as I love Nas, Hip Hop is Dead is
don't
probably
like
among
that.
that list.
Ice Cube, Life Now, Cry Later, don't like
Oh
that.
my God.
Not good.
Um, any snap artists, that base their song off of fucking dance, maybe somebody else dropped some album.
Idlewild, that came out in '06. That wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but we gonna talk about that because I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot to say about that
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Yeah.
one of those albums I did like some stuff, but
Kingdom
we gonna
Come,
talk about
we already talked about that. That was okay. It wasn't great though.
it. It was that one grew on me a little
And
bit.
if we had the production from here on Kingdom Come, that would have been a classic album.
Yeah. But yeah, we might have to talk about '06 like worst hip hop albums.
Yeah.
'06, like the
Yeah.
same thing we do with R&B because I feel like
Right.
'06, '09, and the 2000s was kind of
Release Therapy.
oh
I don't like that. Y'all know you like Release Therapy. I don't like that one.
well that album I admit it's not as good as the previous albums, but
Mm.
god damn it's kind of chilly in here, but it did have some of my favorite Ludacris songs like
Really?
Slap,
Wow.
Give, Grew Up or Screw Up. The Word of God, some of my favorite Ludacris tracks.
Ever like all
Yes,
time? Wow.
yes.
Okay.
There's something about '06 to '08 Ludacris. I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
I feel like his pen game kind of went up a little bit. I don't know. His music got a little darker a little bit around that
You
time
think
when he
so?
kept the braids off.
Hmm.
Because Release Therapy, he was going through some shit. Like I think his
His
friend died.
pops was sick or something like that?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
pops.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Ti it
Yeah.
was Ti. I think his friend got
Right.
into
Yeah.
that.
Cause by the time Ludaversal came out, his pops had already passed away.
Yeah, that one I did not like Ludacris.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like yeah, like what Boy said. Like you see all the tracks that Jay Z passed up on. Mama, I'm so sorry. Ride It On Shining. We got it for yo. All those joints could have been a classic on Kingdom Come.
Jay-Z, we could talk for days about tracks he pulled, he passed on and shit like that,
Crazy,
man.
crazy. This album is definitely a classic. The hardest produced Neptune's album ever.
Right.
You know, every track was banging. Pusha T was in his lane lyrically on this
Ooh.
joint. Big Bang was dope. It's not one of my favorites though, but that was a good a Busta album. Probably,
Ah man.
I don't know. Yeah, you called it a classic, right?
I say it's a masterpiece. I don't know if
Wow,
I would call it. It's a masterpiece.
it's a masterpiece to you. See, I'm not. See, I'm not putting Big Bang with ELE or When Disaster Strikes.
I'm
I
not
think those are
either.
better.
I'm not
Even
either.
the Coming. I think the Coming was better than that.
But the Big Bang, to me, I just felt like that was Buster at his most focused, in my opinion, at that decade. Because
Yeah.
with Genesis and
Yeah.
Ain't Safe No
Yes.
More,
Those are that way better than Genesis and those
yeah,
other. Yeah, I
and
agree.
the singles, oh my
Yeah,
God,
it
New
was
York
better.
shit,
Yeah,
touch it.
fire.
I love my bitch. Oh
Hmm.
my God,
Anarchy
I
was dope too. Anarchy was dope.
yeah. Shit, I need to get the album this weekend. Fuck
Yeah.
it. And even the album cover, don't even get me started on that.
Yes.
Woo! Woo!
Crazy, crazy.
God damn! But then he went back to his BS and shit.
You right.
Like,
Oh Lord, literally. But yeah, yes, definitely to me, Hell Hath No Fury is the best rap album of '06. I had so many favorites: Hello New World and Riding Around and Wamp Wamp, Nightmares. The whole album is great, man. I never get tired of hearing it. And even the album cover, like this is one of the best album covers. Like where
right.
they got the stove and the money in the background. Come on, man. Like, great album cover too. Drug talk at its finest. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
Pusha is in the zone. Blue Carpet Treatment was dope. That was great. That was a great album for Snoop Dogg. You know,
I don't
Hustler's
think I put
Poem. Hmm?
I don't think I put Blue Carbon in my top 10 though.
That would be my top five because I really enjoyed the Snoop Dogg album. And it's one of his latter albums that was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he was dropping mediocre shit or crap like Ego Tripping and Hustler's Poem was okay. That's not one of my favorites though. Doctor's Advocate was dope.
Excuse me. The Breakthrough came out in '05, but that was a good album.
Yes, that was great. That's our last great album to me. Definitely enjoyed that one.
I'm gonna stay on top about 12, 30.
Fave Khalees album, Kaleidoscope was great. I love that one.
I
Shit,
heard that.
what's the other shit? What's the one with Milkshake? I forgot the name of that one. Tasty. Tasty was a good album too. Neo. I don't listen to Neo. I couldn't tell you what was his best album. When the last time was dope. I think Grounding is what really made them though. That's like their signature hit. Well, I mean, I ain't going by sales. I'm going by just lyrics though. Like, you know, Drake probably outsells all of them. He ain't a better lyricist than Pusha. So I'm not going by sales. I'm going by bars. Like Pusha definitely is in that conversation for me. The first DRTC album I got. As far as artists, it was Fat Joe, the Represent album. The only DRTC album I have was the Worldwide joint. That was like 2000. I got that one. But as far as like DRTC artists, it was Fat Joe first, and then everybody else, Big L and OC. Um, those cats. Do I think Relapse is age well? Relapse to me, I would bump Relapse any day over the shit that Eminem got now. So Relapse to me is a dope album. You know.
What y'all talking about?
Has Relapse aged well to you?
I feel like it did.
Yeah. Truth
I'm not.
Hurts. What you have you listened to her album Truth Hurts?
I never heard. I've heard some songs. I never heard the whole album.
I heard it. I don't think it was great.
I
She
figured.
had a couple of songs was good, but it wasn't like a great album to me.
I figured.
Favorite party Audi songs? I only know his freestyles. I never heard like real songs from him.
Yeah, man. I loved his verse on "Got the Flavor."
Hmm.
Um, I feel like he has one of the illest voices in hip hop, in my opinion. That
He did.
yeah, man. Like bartender, seasonal. I love it. That show business agent I got the flavor.
Yes.
I loved everything about that fucking track. Party Artie and Method Man had the best verse, man. And yeah, I don't give a fuck if Method Man only had 8 bars. I don't give a fuck. He still killed it. Speaking of meth, did you see
Mm.
book 2 yet?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it after this
Ah, shit.
episode
That
two. I'm
episode's
watching.
crazy. It's crazy.
I saw last week episode. I didn't see the new one yet.
That episode's crazy. Oh!
What's the worst album of '07?
What's album 07?
I don't know. Maybe Shock Value.
Yeah.
I would say
'07 was a pretty good year for the most
'07
part.
was good. It had some joints.
Hell, I even like 8 Diagrams. Yeah, I said it.
That was good. I like it. We got to review that.
Yep.
That
The
was a
W.
underrated joint. Underrated.
Yeah, the W is coming this month though, so 'cause like I said, the Wu-Tang reviews are coming back, y'all. It's coming back.
Favorite Bumpy Knuckles song.
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I like him, but I don't have a favorite song at the moment. So
There's a song called Emotional Greed. It's on his SoundCloud page. It's been there for like a couple years, and he's talking about when his baby was born, and then he had to deal with child support with his baby mama. And Primo produced it. I think I played that track during the Primo battle we did. That's a dope song from him.
I think I remember.
Yeah. What's hip hop album of '04? I don't remember.
Uh, there's a lot to know with you. Probably Jada Kiss of Death. That's why I wanted them for me. Jake Wan's album. Oh four.
Encore was bad. That shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. How could I
Encore.
forget?
There's only
Yeah.
like 8 songs that I like on that album. Encore, The Definition, LL Cool J, not good. Yeah. Kiss of Death was okay. It wasn't great though.
So tired. I'm not gonna count posthumous albums.
No, not that shit. Stillmatic, way better album.
not Illmatic, he's Stillmatic. Kiss, um, you said Kiss the Game Goodbye or Stillmatic? Mm, yeah, Stillmatic. Okay. Hmm. Y'all ready for this versus?
Yes, definitely. Hopefully, everybody shows up.
Yeah, hopefully.
Best ever for rock.
Ah, me personally, I'm a late '60s to the '70s, before the MTV generation. That's all I'm gonna say. I
Wow.
mean, don't get me wrong. I love '80s rock. I
Mm-hmm.
love '90s rock, but I love '60s and '70s rock. I feel
Right.
like with the MTV generation, a lot of rock acts try to make songs specifically to make music videos for.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Where you get Raekwon's new. There's a lot of books I have to finish reading up and shit. I mean, I'll probably just get like a free audio book if I can get it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of books I really want to get. I've
Right.
heard it was good though. I know the Will Smith book. That's one book I definitely want to check out.
Yeah.
What is the worst album? '05. Damn, '05. What came out in '05?
A lot of shit. A lot of shit came out in '05. What's the album? I can't think of any. A lot of good joints came out in '05.
Yeah, yeah. I can't
Maybe
even
Fat
think of
Joe.
it.
Fat Joe All or Nothing. That wasn't good.
Well, he didn't really drop a good shit after '98, so that's
Yeah.
inevitable.
Right.
I'm not a Chingy fan, so
No. Not into Chinny. I actually threw that shit away when the seller sent that to me. That shit went in the garbage. D4L. I never listened to them. Favorite rap album of '05. That's the real question.
late registration.
Mm, I don't know, man. I got B in documentary.
Shit, I got the becoming over those two. To be real with
Becoming,
you.
yeah, Becoming, Minstrel Show, classic.
Ooh,
The Minstrel
fuck.
Show, Carter 2.
There was this one album.
Mm-hmm.
This guy named Blueprint. He came out with an album called 1989 or some shit like that. In '05. It was like a cinematic album.
Uh
If
huh.
I find it, I'll send it to you. That's
Okay.
one album that's good.
Jizza and Muggs, Grandmasters, underrated.
Yes, I forgot about that Jizza joint.
Yes. Sean Price, Monkey Bars, definitely.
Oh
'05 got
yes.
some joints, man. They got some joints in '05.
Hmm.
The Massacre, of course. Favorite D12 album, Devil's Night was great. That's my favorite one. Why do they call it the minstrel show? I don't know.
Um, they
Why do they
they
call it?
called it they called it the minstrel show because it was supposed to be a critique and satire of like a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the black culture at that time and stuff like that, especially
Right.
like in the music business. And yeah, man, they were just like how songs like "Cheatin" was pretty much a play on like the over dramaticness of
Mm-hmm. Right.
songs. You know how the "Trapped in the Closet" is a perfect
Mm-hmm.
example, pretty much.
Right.
So yeah, man, just them not trying to dumb down shit. That's the thing.
Right. That's their best album to me.
Yeah, that's definitely the best and their last good album. Well,
Yeah.
I did like the recent album a little bit.
You liked it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
The Shining, overrated. Never liked The Shining. And people love it though. I tried to watch it. I just thought it was boring. I fell asleep, woke up, and it was still on. That's how long it is. It's like almost 3 hours long. D-Tour never made another album because Proof died, and it just wouldn't be the same without him.
Yeah. Oh, when it comes to worst albums of '04, I would definitely throw
Mm-hmm.
that D12 album. Um, D12
D-Tour,
going on
bro.
that list. Yeah.
I gotta hear that again. I only remember like 2 songs on there.
Um, I saw a recent article about where D12 was at these days too. I forgot where.
Right. I mean, they can still make albums. They still got Eminem. As long as you got Eminem, they could always people always listen to them.
Right.
You know. Eminem sound like he on drugs now with the shit that he's dropping. So what went
Yeah, man.
wrong? The money. It's the money and the fame. This is how it is with these celebrities. Especially and if they on drugs before they get signed, and then the money only is only like 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? Like with like DMX, like he was on drugs before he got signed, and then once he got signed and blew up, it only got worse.
I heard Eminem dropped the fashion line.
Did he?
Yeah, he
What kind of
recently dropped.
fashion line?
I mean, not fashion line, but I think it's action figures or some shit like that.
Oh, did he? Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Like Slim Shady action figures and stuff.
If I see it, I'll send it to you. He should say he just
Okay.
dropped some merch.
Oh wow. Are we gonna review the X documentary? It's up to Reg. I saw it last night.
I still didn't see it.
It was good. They only it don't go up to his death though. It's only for 2019, like before COVID hit. Like once he got
Yeah.
out of jail, he was in West Virginia, incarcerated, and then once he got out of jail and he went on tour, and that's what the documents. And then like he had problems with his baby mamas and all that.
Interesting.
But it was good. That's on HBO Max. Next week they got Video Music Box. The documentaries on Showtime. Ralph McDaniel, so I'm gonna be watching that as well. Shout out to him. He been sober, yeah, but he's still dropping trash, so he might as well be on drugs. We should do a review on Devil's Night.
If you donate,
I'm about to say, you want all these reviews? Are you donating? I don't hear nothing. I don't hear that ching ching money. The Beatles documentary. I gotta watch that also.
Everyone is talking about that documentary. I'm just
Well, I
like,
just like to see old footage of the Beatles because I wasn't around when they were doing their thing, and I like to see old footage like that. You know.
yeah, I'm gonna. There's a lot of documentaries I have to watch and movies.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. This is the time. That's like all the new stuff is coming out now. Was you a fan of Cowboy Bebop?
I love Cowboy Bebop.
Have you seen the new Netflix show, the live action
I'm
show?
not touching that. Cause me and my cousin were talking about that Friday,
Hmm.
and he said, "Don't even waste your time because it's not even." And me, everyone, cause like a lot of my friends, they're anime heads.
Hmm.
They love the old Cowboy Bebop. They told me don't waste my time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah,
I
that just
watched
wastes my time.
I watched the first two, so it's pretty good. I want to see how the season play out though.
Mm.
Really cute. You gonna donate? You gonna sell all your Tupac albums and pay us? You ain't doing that.
You got Cash App Q.
You ain't doing that. It sounds nice to say.
Yeah, Moonflower says it's bad.
It's bad. I mean, I like the
Oh,
first two episodes so far though.
I got a few albums I was gonna show. You know,
Reg got some treats today. Let's go, Reg.
yeah, I'm gonna show one more album thing next week when I go to this CD
Okay.
convention and shit like that because I do gotta save some money. But
Hmm.
just some leftover albums I didn't show y'all.
Right.
This is YouTube's Autumn
Yes.
Baby.
Dope.
I had this album at one point, but then I think I gave it away. So
Oh
glad I
shit.
finally got this album again now
Right.
and stuff like that. Very dope album. Known for singing like Mysterious Ways. One very dope album. Classic.
Nice.
Madonna's Like a Prayer.
Nice.
1989. Again, another album we did a review on.
Yes.
Not gonna say too much on it. I like the first half. The second half is where it has issues.
Hmm.
Going through a lot of controversy with this album. Third base, Dialects of Dialect.
Classic.
Finally got my hands on this one. Only was $1.95.
Oh
That shit
wow.
like
That's
that.
a steal, yo.
Yeah. This is their last album. And in my opinion, I like that was a dialect. At one point, this was actually my favorite third base album. But
Was
then
it?
the Cactus, yeah. But
Hmm.
then the Cactus album was like some mind blowing ass shit. This one was good too. It had
Hmm.
like more of like a boom bapish, darker feel to it. Of course, everyone knows pop pop goes the weasel, pop
Right.
goes the weasel till the weasel goes pop. You know,
Fire.
they were throwing shots at
Of course.
Hammer and Vanilla Ice, which
Yeah.
again, I love that song, but I liked the Cactus. What was it? The Cactus better. But this
Yeah.
one had songs like Microphone Techniques was nice and smooth. Ace in
Yes.
the Hole with KMD, rest in peace to MF Doom.
Ace in the hole.
Portrait of the Artist as the Hood.
Fire.
Yeah, man. This month, sometime expect a review. I'm not gonna tell y'all when, just it's a
Yes.
surprise.
I gotta get. I had that on cassette. I gotta definitely get the CD for that, man.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
And the last album, I had this album as a cassette, but then I finally got it again. It's Keith Murray. The most
Yes.
beautifulest thing in this
Classic.
world is just
Classic.
like that.
I get in you. Fire.
Yeah, man. You know, yeah, like I said, my mom. I think either my mom or dad had this on cassette, but I think they lost it
Mm.
and shit like that. And this is a very good album,
Right.
in my opinion. I admit, Enigma is my shit. I liked how dark
Yes.
that album was,
Great album.
but this one, no, this one he was definitely on his hungry shit, his raw shit. You know what I'm saying? Most beautiful thing in the world, Get Lifted. A lot of weed oriented tracks
Mm-hmm.
on this one. All my Redman fans, if you guys love Darius the Dark Side, which Try doesn't like, you will love the production on this album and stuff like that too.
That's a better
Because
album. I'm sorry. It's a
yeah,
way better
yeah,
album
this
to me.
is a way better album than Dare. I would even say that.
Yes, the third
So
one I actually have. Yo, can we do a Keith Murray week and get him on the show for this? Because
if I
he
could,
doesn't get his flowers and he deserves it.
you got Insta.
Huh? Does he have Instagram? Yeah, he has Instagram. We got to
Well,
get Keith Murray on here to talk about his first three albums. I think that's like his best.
well, yeah. I mean, if he wants to come on, he can come on and shit like that.
He ain't busy. He can't be busy. He ain't COVID. He ain't on tour. You know, you get him on here for a couple minutes and discuss
Oh,
his three classics.
yeah, yeah, man. Because definitely you have the third one, right?
Yes, I have that's a beautiful thing or something like that.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that one I got. The other
because
two the other two are like I couldn't get them. They were out of print.
yeah, I could care less about the other two. To be real with you,
No, I'm
I
talking about
mean,
the two before the first and second ones. I'm talking about.
oh. Yeah, because damn Ronnie, whoa, just coming in now. Okay,
That's good.
and it's yeah, I didn't realize it was 12:30 already. But you know what? I'll stay on for a little extra because fuck it. But I loved everything about It's a Beautiful Thing.
Hmm.
But then once the 2000s hit and then he was on Def Jam, that was the beginning of the end, in my
Oh boy.
opinion.
Yep.
Then the rap for Phobia album.
Mm-mm.
Everyone says, "Oh, that's a better album," but I'm just like, I mean,
Really?
a lot of people say they like it better than He's Keith Murray. Yeah, because it's like he
Wow.
went back to form, but the production on it was whack.
Oh wow. Eric Sermon is on there.
No, I don't. I think it was like
Oh.
some underground producers. But yeah, man, like I said, since I got the first two albums, because I know um Eric recently sent me Enigma because I had the vinyl of Enigma, but
Oh.
I gave that away to pay off some bills, of
Right.
course. And somebody already bought the vinyl, so yeah.
And
Better
I got
lyricist. Okay.
I picked up three new albums. I finally got Silk Sonic. Love this album. One of the best albums of the year. You see what you said? Where it's made in? It's made in Germany. You see this shit? Like this
Oh
shit is
shit.
like selling out. Yeah, it's
You
selling
got an
out.
import. Okay.
Yes, I got the import. I got Ed Sheeran, of course. Love Ed Sheeran's new album. I don't like the this flimsy shit though. But this is a good album. It has a lot of dance tracks. You know, he has his typical Ed Sheeran ballads, but definitely I love this album. I love Ed Sheeran, great album. And to me, I'm saying it now, the best album of this year. Not rap. I'm talking about of all genres. The best album in pop music is Adele, the 30 album. I love this
Oh
album.
god.
I am doing a review on Instagram Live on Thursday with Levels of Geeks podcast. So if you're on Instagram, follow it. Check us out. The best album of the year is Adele. Definitely a dope album. She has a lot of dance tracks on here as well. She has her ballads, and I wasn't a huge Adele fan, but when I heard this album, I'm like, yo, she can really sing her ass off on here. And she sounds, is on a lot of songs. She sounds like a black chick on here. You know,
Okay, let's not go that far. Let's not.
there's an
Let's
Amazon
not go
commercial.
that far,
There was
please.
an the Amazon commercial right now that's playing. That song in the Amazon commercial is Adele singing, and I didn't even know that was Adele singing until I heard the album. And the song's called "Hold On," and she sounds like a black chick on the album. Okay, like she can sing. I'm giving her props because she can sing and she has a solid album, and you know she lost a ton of weight. She looks like a different chick here, but definitely the best album of the year. I'm guaranteeing it now. Next year at the Grammys, she will be nominated for everything. But she didn't get nominated this year because her album came out late or whatever, past the cutoff. But next year she will be nominated in every major category. I'm already saying it. The Grammys will be stupid if they don't nominate her. Great album.
Well, good luck on that review and shit. That's all I gotta say.
I'm attempting to do it because I never done Instagram live album review, so I'm attempting to do that on Wednesday. So on Thursday. So you know we're not gonna spend like 2 hours on it. Be like, you know how Instagram time is on the live anyway. So
Yeah.
we do like an hour review. And my homie from Levels of Geeks, he also bought the album on vinyl. So I'm like, yo, why not just do a album review? Because we both got it at the same time. So the 21 album was dope. It was good. Um, I gotta. It's been years since I heard that
Oh
though.
shit.
Favorite song on Doc's the Name 2000. Keep on 99. That was one of my favorites. Um, Jersey O was a dope track. I'll be that. Great album from Redman.
Doc's the name. The
Yes.
one with Busta Rhymes, The Goodness.
The Goodness. Yes, that was a great one too.
Moonflow said, "Where'd you get the name Iron Lung from?"
Iron Lung was that's one of them moon niggas names and shit. Isn't that? I thought that was like a nickname for Ghost. One of them cats or Deck. One of them niggas.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, it's like a karate reference. So Method Man. Yeah, that's who it is. Method Man. If Pac was alive, would the rap game be any different? Nope. You still have fucking trash out. I don't think it'd be any different. I think if anything, you would have more beef with people on that's out now, but I don't think it'd be different. Y'all watching Money Heist? What's Money Heist? What's that?
I thought you was talking about that Chris Tucker movie. That was Money Talks.
Money Heist? I don't know that. Silk Sonic smoking out the window. Leave the door open. Leave the door open.
Smoking out the window.
Did Tupac hate Nas? I don't think he hated Nas. I think he hated Bad Boy and Biggie more than Nas. He felt like Nas was biting him. That's really what happened. You know. What are you watching, Reg? What is that?
Listening to some James Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah, folk rock. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to fuck with Pac, man. What's the best album to you this year, Reg? If it's not Adele, what is the best album to you?
Man, I've only listened to like R&B and hip hop for the most part this year, so I'm gonna be pretty biased.
Right.
Shit. On top of my head, I might, and this might change. I might have to go with hers album.
Yes, her album was great. That to me is like the best R&B album this year.
I was, I would
Yep.
say, to me, I feel like Summer Walker was a bit better
Summer
than
Walker.
hers album. Yeah,
I gotta hear that then.
I love her album. The Summer Walker album is just
Right.
heat.
Money Heist is on Netflix. I never saw it. Who's in it? Silk Sonic. Yeah, Silk Sonic album was dope.
Okay, bad. Found you. Yeah, the Silk Sonic, that might be my favorite R&B album this year. Might
Right.
be.
For only 9 songs at that.
Hey, I would, Raheem Devon's album was pretty good too.
Yeah. Lovesick. That was a good album too. What do you think of Olivia? I haven't heard of Olivia Rodrigo. I keep hearing about this chick. And she won a lot of awards at the American Music Awards. She got a lot of Grammy nominations. I seen a lot of people that I follow that bought her album on vinyl, but I haven't heard the album yet though. Favorite Pink Floyd album?
Dark Side of the Moon.
That's the only one I've heard so far. So that's right now that's my favorite until I hear the other Pink Floyd Pink Floyd albums. Thoughts on Avant? What Avant album is that? My thoughts? I don't know that one.
Sure. I never liked it.
I've heard early Avant music I like. I haven't heard his recent stuff. The album is overrated. Which one?
Dark Side of the Moon.
It's overrated.
Yeah, he don't he's more like I think he Wish You Were Here or Animals. He likes those
Oh.
albums. No, the 71 album. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he mostly likes Pink Floyd before Dark Tide.
What do I think of? I think Needle Drop is an idiot. That's what I think. I don't. I don't. I don't watch people like that. I don't think they for the culture. When you could do like a 7 minute review on an album, really, and people
He's
still
trash.
people still watch that shit. Why? I can't talk about anything for 7 minutes. So that's just me. If I do an album review, it's gonna be like at least an hour or 2 hours. I don't got everything to say in 7 minutes.
Mm.
Early Pink Floyd he likes.
Yep.
Imagine Snoop Dogg on the remix. I mean, Snoop Dogg could have been on the album. I'm surprised he wasn't.
I feel like the album is just as good as it is without no guest rappers.
Right.
I
Yeah, they
didn't.
don't
I
they
didn't.
don't they don't do a lot of collabs. Like they done some
Yeah. Because don't get me
albums. I
wrong,
mean.
I don't mind an R&B and rapper collaboration, but I hate how the label always. What's up, Alex? The label wants to force a rap collaboration and shit like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Better album Where I Want to Be or Emotional. Definitely love Where I Want to Be.
Where I want to be.
That to me is Donnell's best album still.
Yep,
Uma.
metal.
Huh?
No,
Metal.
that's the album I was thinking about.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Who's my spirit animal? What is that? I
That
don't
means the
know.
animal you most relate to.
I don't. My sign is Aries, so it's a ram. So I guess it'll be like a ram. I don't know. I don't relate to no animal. I'm just me. I'm my own animal.
I always see myself as a panther sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah. I like to sneak up on my enemies and shit like that.
You said
Not because like, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I relate to a squirrel. Why? Oh man.
Well, squirrels are pretty smart too. They're pretty
They
smart
are.
animals. Yeah. Believe it or not, they're actually some of the smartest animals in the world. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Face to face. I need that Babyface album. That was a good one. That came out. I think that came out on 9/11 too.
A lot of albums came out
Yeah.
9/11 and shit.
Yeah. That's the album with Buck Wild was producing on there. The Neptunes. Crazy to even hear Buck Wild and Babyface together.
Favorite triple disc album? Um, Prince Emancipation. I don't even care for that album like that.
I don't have any.
Hell, if Prince would have came up with that Dream Factory, Cristobal, and Camille triple disc, that would have been a different story.
Right.
That would have been a different fucking story.
Alex said he has all three Clipse albums. What's your favorite Clipse album, Alex?
Let me guess. I think I already know what my guess is. What do you think of Eric Andre? He's hilarious. I love that Clash album, Sandinista. I love that one.
who did Never Gonna Give You a Better? Isaac Hayes or Jerry Butler?
Don't do this, Rose. What is up with this nigga asking me these questions all the time? Man, I'm not gonna lie. I love the Isaac version, and I know because he's hearing the song playing in the background. But I'm gonna have to go with the Jerry Butler version because Jerry Butler did his thing on that one and shit like that. Yeah, that Class Sinanisa, that's like a triple disc rock album I forgot to mention.
Yes,
Of
remember the who.
course, of course.
No, we was born yesterday. We don't remember the who.
Nigga, I have.
How you asking us that? You remember the who? Bobby Womack or Sam Cooke? I like both of them. I don't have a favorite. The first CD? Oh, Lord Willing. You love that? Yeah, Lord Willing was great. Great album. What's a bad album that you wish you hadn't spent money on? Oh Lord, there's many. There's shit. Puffy forever, PD forever, China Doll. Um, what
Double Up by R.
else?
Kelly.
No, Double Up by Mace, not R. Kelly. No, the Double Up by Mace version. That shit was trash.
I didn't like both versions.
Nah, I like R. Kelly Double Up. I ain't like Mace on. Harlem World, the Mace group. Even though I have it, not good. There's a lot. Encore, not good. Shit, there's about 50 or 60 that I bought over over time that I end up throwing away because it was that bad. I gotta be picky when I buy shit now, yo. Cause if I didn't hear the album, and yo, I ain't buying it. Cause back then we didn't have no choice. We had no internet and shit. We had to just buy that shit. When Notorious K.I.M. came out, you had to buy that shit. There was no place to listen to that album.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, nah, man. I gotta be picky when I buy shit now. Do you think Pusha T sounds like Biggie? No, hell fucking no. Nope, not at all. Encore leak. The I heard some tracks, but I didn't hear the rest of the shit though on it. Like they played the good shit. They played Evil Deeds and they played Mockingbird. I heard those joints. Not everything else. You know, Yellow Brick Road and all that bullshit on there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Eminem was still in his prime to me at that point. He he just made a fucked up album. Now I have no excuse for Eminem. I don't know what the hell he's doing now. Better lyricist, Daz or Havoc.
Gas.
I like Havoc a little bit better lyrically. Stacks or Philly? Philly.
Stacks.
I'm calling it. Y'all are reviewing Justified next year. Who told you? I might do that shit by myself. It might not even be a review. Reggie don't like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I told you I'm never gonna do it just simply for
I
Justified.
might do that. I might come out of retirement just for that album review. Just for that alone.
If you review it, then I would help you out because you've
I
been
did. If anybody didn't check it out, I already did the Justin Timberlake album ranking. It's on my channel. I did that shit like earlier this year, and that was fun to do. And I did that shit when I was like fucking sleeping. Like I was in the bed like just like recording this shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I might have to come out of album retirement to do that shit. I'm not doing it for everybody, but you know, just for Justin's first album, I might do that. That was great. I don't think he has a bad album. Justin solo discography is flawless to me.
the devil is lying.
2020 Experience was two great albums to me.
That has some joints. 20 Part
Yes,
One has some joints.
definitely. That was a great album.
I ain't
You
like
know,
Sick and Tired of.
Suit and tie my joint.
I was like, you making a song about a suit and tie, really, nigga? This is who y'all call the
No,
greatest
it's
artist
it's
of
it's
all
a
time.
it's a grown up song. It wasn't about a suit and tie. It was more about being grown and sexy and stepping out, looking fly. You know what I mean?
Well, Ludacris Theater the Mind was a grown up album and shit. Like,
Oh
whatever,
God,
bro.
it was.
Yeah, it was a grown up album and shit.
I didn't like it.
MVP. Y'all niggas, I do it for hip hop MVP. You know what? I might
I
have to do
can't
a review
wait.
on
I
that.
can't wait for that album review because I'm going to shit on that album.
I might have to skip Chicken and Beer and
Hey,
go to that one.
let's
I
go.
might.
Let's
I
go.
might. I
Let's
might.
go.
I might.
Let's go.
Because I hate the disrespect that album gets in hip hop. Like
Yes.
Ludacris did something different.
No, I don't.
It
I don't
was
think In the Woods was trash. In the Woods had some joints. It's not his best album. I don't think it was trash. I don't think it was a trash album at all. I just don't. There was more. It was more Pharrell beats on there, but it wasn't classic Neptune's beats on there. But I don't think it was trash. I don't think it was a trash album at all, solo wise. But I agree with what Boy's saying. It was the R&B version of Change Clothes. That's exactly what it was. Like him, even like the promo pictures he took for that album, and he almost looked like a young Frank Sinatra with the tuxedo on, and his hair was like slick in the front and shit. It was like a grown up sexy song. Like I thought it was great. No, Change Clothes is a rap song. It just featured Pharrell on the chorus. Yeah, let's discuss State of the Mind because I ain't hear this album in years, so you're making me pull this album out and listen to this shit.
I do it for hip hop
Yeah,
with Jay Z and
you
Nas.
think I might have a change of heart for this album? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to control how you feel
I
about the
no, I
album.
want to I want to know if I'm gonna have a change. Okay, I didn't hear the album since it came out, so, and I have the album, but it's been
Well, I
years since I played
mean,
it.
like you say, like you said, and shit. Like
You know when the album is when the album you're not when you first play an album, when you get it and you're not feeling it and you don't go back to it. That's how I feel about uh at that time. That's how I felt about Theater of the Mind. So I'm gonna pull it out and dust it off and play this album again and see how I feel about it.
okay,
And if I don't feel the same way, then props to you. If I do, then I'll tell you this album was trash. You know,
oh
Chicken and
shit.
Beer. Chicken and Beer was great. That was a great album. We up to that one, right? We up to Chicken and Beer now. Yeah, because we didn't review that one yet. Usher is great. I would love to see Usher and Justin in the verses. That would be great. That would be great. I'm pretty sure Usher would have the edge in that one anyway, so he would be the favorite. There's people that low key fuck with Justin, but they won't come out and say that they fuck with Justin. That's what I don't get. No, Pusha does not. I already said this. Pusha does not sound like Biggie.
Where's
They
all
don't
this
have. They
shit
don't have the
coming
same
from?
style. They don't have the same style. Where you getting that from?
Where's all this shit coming from, man?
They don't sound. He doesn't sound like Biggie. Justin Timberlake before he did before he dated Britney Spears or after? Well, after because that's when he broke up with her. After when he went solo. After he ditched NSYNC and Britney. Cry Me a River. That was about Britney Spears.
Uh,
Play a Cheers to You. That was a dope underrated album. Out of print. Was you a Player fan?
Not really.
No, you wasn't into them.
I mean, that was Static Matrix group, right?
Yeah.
I like Static more as a writer and producer, to be real
Hmm.
with you.
Yeah. The other two guys joined Drew Hill later on,
Why am I not surprised?
so they're part of Drew Hill now. So it's like Drew Hill Player together. Drew Player Hill.
I mean,
Yeah, it has that. Well, anything to me that Neptunes do have that sound. It wasn't a great album to me though. Jermaine should do a versus with Pharrell. I think Pharrell would wax his ass. I think Jermaine is better off battling Diddy than Pharrell. I mean, Pharrell still got heat right now.
I mean, it's a few more people in SWV, a new beginning, or it's about time. A new beginning for me.
I still have to hear that, but I haven't heard that one.
The best album. Period.
Justin Timberlake before the halftime words. Ronnie, where do you come up with these questions, yo? Oh man, do you think Hobson is the black Eminem? No, I don't see Hobson as
No.
Eminem. Timberland against Pharrell, that would be a good battle. That would be good, definitely. I'd rather see that one. When did Timberland fall off? Uh, I want to say like
Let me stop.
when he didn't fall off. It's just he just stopped coming out with shit really. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he ever fell off. He started doing like other things like verses and coming out with like his own line of backpacks and shit like that. But I don't think he ever fell off. He's not active in as far as production producing other people right now like he used to be. Do you think MF Doom fell off? No, never. Rank the first three Tony Braxton albums. I got the self title is number one, Secrets number two, and the Heat number three in that order.
Hmm. Okay, I got the Heat number one, self-titled number two, Secrets number three.
Okay. I know the Heat was your favorite. We did a review on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
great albums.
Secrets. That was the face trying to Mariah carry her.
You think so?
Oh, most
The Secrets
definitely.
album?
Yes, most definitely.
Wow, I never heard that.
Way more ballad heavy.
Hmm.
It was way more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Secrets, but it's not the R&B community. They like to say it's like they like to say, "Oh, it's like the best thing since sliced bread,"
I
and I'm just
know.
looking at myself like, okay, calm down, like, calm down. I'm tired of "Unbreak My Heart." I'm so fucking tired of that song. Um, like I said, it was just because at that time Mariah Carey, she was at that time, famous for her ballads too and shit like
Right.
that, and a lot of her ballads had that sentimental, piano-driven kind of sound, like "Hero" or whatever.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
"One Sweet Day,"
Hmm.
and yeah, I just never fuck with a lot of the Secrets ballads. Like that's the same issue I had with Escape's "Traces of My Lipstick" album too. I
Hmm.
felt like they were trying to Mariah Carey them too.
Right.
It was way more soft ballads. A lot of the hip hop elements was gone. Like it's again, not
Hmm.
a bad album, but
Right.
I wouldn't call it a classic either.
Maybe you don't see like maybe they wanted to not do as much hip hop driven tracks and focus more on the slow
Well,
pace joints.
I mean, if that's the case, then at the same time, at least have like some elements or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like hell, Mary J. Blige "Share My World" wasn't as hip hop as like say "My Life" or "What's the 411," but it had a little bit of elements and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just you can tell like they were definitely influenced by the Mariahs and shit
Do you
too.
think Swiss Beats fell off? Oh hell yeah, Swiss Beats fell off a long time ago.
Yep, 2002. Ronnie said.
Oh two.
Yep,
Oh two what?
he fell off.
Swiss Beats?
Yeah.
No, he fell off after oh two. I want to say it was like I can't like pinpoint the exact year. It was after that because remember he still dropped the Cassidy second album was better than the first one.
I didn't like
And
Cassidy.
you didn't like Cassidy?
Not like that.
None of his albums. The Hustler album was better. I'm a
Overrated.
Hustler. That's his better. His second album was better, and Swizz was
Overrated.
on that. It was overrated.
People, I never saw the hype with Cassidy like that. Just
He's definitely a good battle rapper. Um,
he came off like a Big L Walmart version.
Big L? No, I don't see him as Big L.
There's some people who compare him to Big L. I'm just
Who
like,
put?
what?
They really compared him? I never heard that.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Wow.
okay, y'all chilling.
Nah, he's not Big L.
Alright,
He,
I mean, so how many mics would you? Well, we did a review on Trace on My Lipstick a while
yeah.
back ago. I think I gave it like 4 mics, maybe.
Good album.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a night with this, y'all, because I gotta finish up this paper. Yeah, this has been a very, very dope review on Hell Has No Fury
Yes.
and stuff like that. Love this, love this, love this,
Yes. Great
and shit
album.
like that.
It's out of print.
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Definitely got some good heat for y'all and whatnot. You know, so got some heat for y'all and shit. You know, we got the Rock talking about Rock this
When is
week
that?
and shit.
When are we doing that?
I said December 3rd.
Okay. So I got time.
Yeah. Cause did I text you what we doing this week or not?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did. It was a while back, but I'll text you again.
Okay. The Walmart version of Big L? I never saw it.
Yeah. Just texted you.
What about Dre? Dre. Did Dre ever fall off to you?
He didn't really do a lot of shit, but I feel like after maybe the mid 2000s, it
After
got kind of
relapse. After relapse.
yeah,
Yeah.
it got hit or miss. But
Mhm.
then no, but then he came back, you know, once he started working with Anderson Paak and Kendrick.
See, I didn't like this production on Oxnard. I thought it was
Oh, come on.
except for like maybe one or two songs. I'm like, nah, this ain't the Dre I want to hear on it. Come on, man. You gave Family Affair to Mary. You giving Anderson Paak this shit. You know
So so you didn't like the song with Snoop Dogg and shit like that?
that one I like because it had
Oh
a that one. Well, that's one of the ones because it had that song. That beat reminded me. It sounded like something he did during the Chronic era. That could have been
yeah.
like a Chronic leftover. That song I like. But the other shit, like early up in the Mansa Musa and shit, I didn't like those. I'm like, nah, I don't like this shit that Dre did.
Man,
You
you
know what I'm saying?
killing
Like, you don't need to use, like, Kendrick don't use Dre. Anderson Paak don't need to use Dre.
it. Oh yeah, I can't. Y'all ready for this Dre album that's coming out? I think next year or whatever.
What, it is?
They say he's working on shit for GTA 6 too.
Oh, Lord. That means it's never dropping, so.
Shit.
Another detox.
So yeah, I might do I might do another review. 'Cause I texted you one R&B review, but
Okay.
so far the R&B review we're going to do is going to be a funk group that was very popular, very charismatic and shit like
Okay.
that.
Do,
And go ahead.
do you think Jeezy? No, Jeezy does not sound like Pac. Nobody sounds like Pac.
No.
No. Nobody sounds like Pac. Do not ask me another Pac who sounds like Pac. Nobody sounds like Pac.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do a hip hop review. I'm gonna try to squeeze in the hip hop review and shit like that. Hold up, when is Jay Z's birthday?
No. It was Reg that said that they have cafeteria beats.
Thursday. We can do I'll squeeze in the hip hop review on Thursday, and then yeah, they do have cafeteria beats. And then
No.
December is of course the tis the
Yo,
season to be
yo, really
fresh.
want me to discuss this Lord Willing album? Oh man,
Yeah, I was the one
no,
who said cafeteria music, not Eric.
no.
But yeah, tis the season to be fresh
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Next Sunday it
Okay,
starts off.
we
Starting off
doing
with
which one we doing?
we're gonna start off with Rock the House,
Okay,
which
dope.
I have not heard since 2000 and something. So
Right.
yeah, gotta find out my vinyls and shit.
Rank the first three Raphael Sadiq. You mean solo albums or Tony?
I think you mean solo.
Solo.
Yeah,
Instant Vintage is his best to me. The other two, Stone was it Stone Rolling? I heard.
yeah.
I didn't care for that, and Is the way I am or some shit? Yeah, that was okay.
You know what? I do like the way I am. So I
Uh-huh.
have your list, but I'm gonna switch the way I am to Stone Willie and shit.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Donnie shit. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait, hold up. No. I got that handled. I got that handled. Yep, that's what I got going on this week and shit. So definitely cannot wait to talk about one of the underrated sitcoms, Rock. Can't
Right.
wait to talk about that one. I might watch some Rock tonight and shit like
Ray
that.
Ray. I didn't hear Ray Ray. I didn't hear that one.
What's Ray Ray?
That was
Oh,
the
that's
second album. I didn't hear that one.
Ray Ray. No, I thought the second album was the way. Hold on.
I didn't hear Ray Ray.
Oh, Ray Ray was the second album.
That
Oh
was the second
wow.
one. I didn't hear
Yeah,
that one.
I never heard that either. Shit, I thought that was like a Ray Charles tribute or something. But any other than that, appreciate this try as
All
usual.
right.
I will see y'all Tuesday.
Cool.
Peace.
Peace.